Hello, fellow beings of light, and welcome to the activation for this month's theme, or rather last month's theme. We're a bit late. I have been waiting for my team to say which day this was meant to be recorded on, and apparently this is the day. So, our August theme, initiating the diamond blueprint of creation. Reseeding and recoding Earth and the human design with that blueprint. The blueprint always intended but denied to us. And reclaiming them as ours as the human race collectively and as humans individually. Last week, we delved into our discussion of all of this in episode 26 of our podcast. If you have not had an opportunity to listen to that yet, I recommend that you do so prior to joining us in this activation and initiation today. I will provide a link in the description below to make that a bit easier. Listening to it, it's not essential for your participation today. You do not need to know and understand the what, why, how, and more of the diamond blueprint of creation to aid us and co-create with us today. But knowing and understanding that background discussion will deepen your connection and the experience that you will have with our work today and with the blueprint. I'm not being called to say more than that, as all that needed to be said was said within that episode, and any reminders or explanations that might come up today will flow naturally through our journey together. Journey. That word doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like enough. What we will be working with and achieving today, it's not really based in individual remembrance or a receiving, like 99% of our activations thus far have been. It will be more like our 8-8 portal activation, something we are actively co-creating on a collective scale. Does someone on my team want to give me a better term? Do we just call it co-creating? Okay, let's go with this activation and initiation being a co-creation. A co-creation between all of you, the second set of 13 archangels whose fragments have incarnated on Earth throughout its time as a planet, those galactic races along the feminine path of emotion that are considered rebels above, but rebels for our cause, and a different overall guide than I had originally set out. Archangel Raphael, personified in Thoth and Quetzalcoatl, holder of the green ray, and my galactic monad's grandfather, instead of Green Tara, who will be participating in another capacity. That last minute change up in guides is interesting, but it also makes sense, especially if you listened to the discussion in episode 26. Hint, hint. You may have noticed that I didn't list myself either. Not directly, but like Tara, I am in there. If you've been following our podcast or listened to episode 26, you already know how. The rest of you, you'll figure it out as we go. I don't know if all of you are experiencing the same thing or not, but my inner child is coming out. And I am definitely feeling a lot of yours are as well. A coming together of both inner children and connections with the 9D fragments of each of your monads, those that hold the frequency of innocence, the unicorns, all coming together. I'm a bit surprised that I'm not feeling any fellow 9D fragments themselves joining in. I'm reaching out to those that will listen to this recording, and I'm just not sensing them. But I can change that, right? So I am sending out a call to my fellow 9D fragments, whether they know themselves as such or not, to be drawn to this activation and initiation, to join us in it and strengthen it. There we go. That's a little better. Got some popping up in my awareness now. What we are activating and initiating, seeking to achieve today, is a very serious thing. But I'm definitely feeling the giggles and the playfulness, the innocence, the unconditional love, trust, wonder, and hope, which I think makes sense for this as well, because the loss of those things is what led to the separation of the original blueprint of creation. So them being needed to repair that, to activate and initiate the diamond blueprint that repairs that, makes sense. Grandpa Archangel Raphael is going to love that. Us bringing that energy to the co-creation today. And yeah, that's sarcasm you detect. Maybe we can get his inner child to come out to play too. The look I can feel him giving me right now. It's a mix of love and exasperation. I know that look all too well from him. Let's go ahead and get into our co-creation together today before my logic monster behind and his can start debating seriousness versus playfulness for this. We are going with both. I am receiving that our co-creation of this activation and initiation will be facilitated in the same way our 8-8 portal activation was, with a bit of a twist. It will be the second set of 13 archangels whose fragments have incarnated on Earth throughout its time as a planet that will be facilitating our travel together, not myself alone. The past awakened and enlightened fragment of the 12 archangels and myself as the present awakened and enlightened fragment of the 13th will be utilizing an ability known as overlaying. This ability allows us to overlay your energetic body and consciousness with our own, creating a temporary alternate version of you in which yours and ours are one and the same. Doing so allows you access to not only our 0 point state, our frequencies, but our abilities and our understanding of what we will be working with, what we will be activating and initiating today. For travel purposes, you will have access to our consciousness streaming ability, a form of astral travel in which our energetic bodies will remain behind with our other bodies as our collective consciousness travels to other points on Earth. Now, before anyone can start feeling overwhelmed at the idea of sharing your consciousness with 13 archangel fragments, don't worry. I am receiving that all of you will find yourself connected with and overlaid by only one or two of us, and that the who of that one or two will be received by you a bit later when we begin initiating the blueprint. Side note, I am fairly certain the who will be a guide or guides that you are meant to work with beyond this recording. So take note of them when we get to that point. Okay, if you are open to entering into and engaging with this collective co-creation through overlaying, and open to all that you might remember or receive through it, simply say yes, either out loud or within your mind. Good. Now, as I take a few moments to drop in further and connect with the Galactic Races and Archangel fragments we will be co-creating with today, as well as our guide, Archangel Raphael, I invite you to sit or lay down in a comfortable position with your hands resting, palms up on your lap or at your side. And begin taking deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let go of all thoughts, emotions, and circumstances within your mind, your heart, your energetic field that might interfere with your ability to participate and to be open and receive. And when you feel ready to do so, go ahead and allow your eyes to close. Okay, I am going to have you take 3 more deep breaths with me. And with each inhale, I want you to think or say, focusing on initiating the blueprint of truth. And with each exhale, I want you to think or say, focusing on healing the blueprint of distortion. Focusing on initiating the blueprint of truth. Focusing on healing the blueprint of distortion. Focusing on initiating the blueprint of truth. Focusing on healing the blueprint of distortion. Focusing on initiating the blueprint of truth. Focusing on healing the blueprint of distortion. Now, sense our guide, Archangel Raphael, coming to stand beside you to your right, and myself to your left. We do not come to you alone. There are 12 beings of light, the galactic monads of the Archangel fragments, who we will work with today, surrounding us in a circle, opening a sacred space for 5 of our 6 bodies: physical, emotional, mental, energetic, and spiritual. A space that will allow them to remain anchored as we embark on this co-creation together through consciousness, through our 6th body, our causal body. This space is our temple of the 3rd breath, a temple that exists in a pure 0 point state, both protected from and free of distortion. A temple that is within and beyond form, within and outside of time, everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Hence, its ability to hold all of us within it for this co-creation, despite the distance and time that might be separating us. The temple will appear to you, much like the void often does, as darkness, because you don't need to see it at this time. You need only know that it surrounds you in pure, unconditional, and undistorted truth and love, support, guidance, and protection. Serving to not only keep your bodies safe as we co-create together, but serving as a filter through which all distortions existing within or entering any of your 6 bodies during our time together will be cleansed, leaving only truth behind. If you have not already done so, please place your palms facing up, either on your lap or beside you. For it is through your hands that myself or one or more of my 12 fellow Archangel fragments will pull your causal body, your consciousness, up from your physical and other bodies. Your hands may tingle, you may feel warmth or coldness, or you may feel nothing at all. That's totally okay. As we do so, I ask your spiritual, energetic, mental, emotional, and physical bodies to remain behind, feeling themselves sending down roots from the floor of our temple, deep into Gaia, wherever you may be on it, keeping all of those parts of you safe and grounded as we embark. A few more deep breaths, releasing your hold on those 5 bodies. Some of you are still holding on to them. There we go. That's better. We are ready now. I want you to sense your causal body, your consciousness, your awareness. Begin to rise upwards beyond your physical body, beyond the room or space that you are physically in. You will feel the sensation of floating, but you will not float away, as you are tethered to one or 2 of us. And we are very capable of being heavy despite being awakened into our full lightness. That is the very essence of being human. We are going to rise above the clouds this time, instead of moving over the land, as we did during the 8-8 portal. In fact, I'm receiving that we won't even be moving along the clouds. Simply feel yourself floating above them. We want you to notice a likely invisible energy gathering around you. This energy is others joining the Archangel fragment or pair of fragments that you connected with, that you are being overlaid by. I am receiving to have you take 3 deep breaths as that gathering occurs. Your breath aiding those who are having a harder time letting go and rising. Good. Now, while you may not have felt that you moved during your time above the clouds, you in fact did, because as our combined gathering of archangel fragments and souls begins to descend from the clouds, you will find that we are above Mount Shasta. We are not going to remain above it, however. Our destination is below it, below the surface of the earth. A destination that I am getting, we are going to be sucked down into it at our inner children's request. I think that would be fun. I'm not sure how our adult selves feel about that though. So I actually encourage you to close your inner eye for this part if it's open. And they're adding to have you cross your arms over your chest, fingers on your shoulders. I get it. Okay. Like a water slide. It's going to be like that. A very steep and long one. Take a deep breath, and when you are ready, let go. Step up, lay down on the water slide, cross your arms, and go with the flow. Let go. The sheer joy right now is amazing. I am getting so many giggles and wheeze from your inner children right now. I love it. At the same time, I am also sensing some emotions being released for some of you. I actually have tears right now, even though literally a few seconds ago, I was giddy right along with our inner children. And I'm emotional because I can feel some of you letting go of some things that you've been holding on to, embracing the freedom of this slide, this almost free fall. Enjoy that if that is the case for you. You deserve it, and Shasta is one of the best places on our planet for that kind of release. And as we come to a stop, and you once again open your inner eye, you will find that we are in a wide open space, cavernous in nature. Only it's not empty. There is a temple buildings. It actually reminds me a bit of the Acropolis in Greece, but within a cavern. I don't think that is what everyone will see though. I'm getting that some of you will be reminded of Lemuria. Some of you will be reminded of Atlantis, and others still, like me, will see ancient sites from their own past lives or from their fellow fragments' past lives. Something familiar to us. The name of where we are will be familiar to most, if not all of you as well. However, very few of you actually know or understand what it truly is, or what its purpose is. The cavern that we are within is Telos. It is a civilization located under the surface of the earth, deep below Mount Shasta, that is made up of two groups. First are those that we consider to be ascended masters. Any soul that reaches a pure and infinite 0 point state. Second are the consciousness fragments of the second set of 13 archangels, the earth-based archangels. Like all of your galactic monads, the second set of 13 archangels were separated into 6 consciousness fragments each. For those bad at math, like me, that means there are 78 archangel fragments with access to Telos. 12 of those fragments, one for each of the archangels, has achieved the ascended master state and serves as a member on the Earth Council of Light, our planet's equivalent to the Galactic Council of Light, which is made up of the original 12 archangels. I say 12 when it comes to both councils, and not 13, because Archangel Christiel and Archangel Sophiel are neutral pillars and serve other purposes, representing unity and sovereignty. My inner child says someone should have made them a tiebreaker instead. Then we probably wouldn't be in this distortion and separation mess that we are in above and below. Likely true, fair point, but not as Source designed or intended it to be. So here we are. Now, as much fun as it would be to explore the version of Telos that we are all receiving, we are not here for that. Instead, I'm going to have you follow Archangel Raphael and myself downwards into a second, wide open, cavernous space. This one does not have buildings, however. It has a very large platform at its center that looks kind of like a massive tree trunk. I'm seeing age lines and the darker bark around the outer edge. Definitely a tree trunk, at least for me anyway. When I say massive, I mean it. It's likely the size of an arena. And as we stand around this platform, we are going to call forward the 12 members of the Earth Council of Light. Once again, one or two of them being those you connected with to travel here and guides that you may work with going forward. As we do so, they are going to appear and take their place on the platform along the two separated frequencies of the separated original blueprint of creation, forming an X. One axis, the 6 feminine council members, and the other, the 6 masculine council members. Please help us in doing so by repeating after me. We call forth Lady Nada. We call forth Lakshmi. We call forth White Buffalo Calf Woman. We call forth Kuan Yin, We call forth Athena. We call forth Tara. We call forth Kuthumi. We call forth Saint Germain. We call forth Sanat Kumara. We call forth Babaji. We call forth Melchizedek. We call forth Hilarion. See all 12 of them lighting up that X upon the platform. An X that serves as the foundation of the second separated blueprint of creation that we are co-creating right here, right now, in this moment. An X that lies in reflected form to the original separated blueprint of creation that Earth and the human race were seated with. The reflected feminine axis aligned with the original masculine axis, and the reflected masculine axis aligned with the original feminine axis, restoring oneness between the two, uniting what was separated. That is our goal today. See Archangel Raphael and myself appear at the center of the platform, at the center of where the X we have co-created intersects. And watch as Archangel Raphael extends the green ray outwards beyond himself in 4 directions, allowing it to travel along the axes of the X we have co-created and to anchor itself at the 4 endpoints of it. Now, watch as I begin to rise up above the X, bringing with me a rainbow, all of the rays that I hold. In this task, I represent my galactic monad, Archangel Raphael, forming her pillar of sovereignty through my oversoul connection with her and my 5 fellow fragments, becoming the reflection of the pillar of unity within the original separated blueprint of creation. And as I continue to rise up, see me pulling Archangel Raphael and the green ray up with me where it intersects at the center of the X. The pillar of sovereignty and those extensions of the green ray reaching downwards to the 4 corners, creating the arc of sovereignty, the reflection of the arc of unity as I reach the top. If you are struggling to visualize all of this, what we are co-creating, picture a 3-dimensional pyramid. The X, the feminine and masculine axes that we created, forming the base, each of its points, one of the 4 corners. The green ray of healing and balance, forming the sides, traveling upwards, and the pillar of sovereignty reaching from the center of that base up to its peak. Together, this three-dimensional pyramid represents the second separated blueprint of creation, co-created by us through this recording, a reflection of the original separated blueprint of creation that Earth and the human design was seated with by above. Again, feminine reflected in masculine, masculine reflected in feminine, and the pillar of sovereignty reflecting the pillar of unity, reuniting frequencies that were once one but became separated through reflection. Again, that's what we're doing today. My inner child really wants us to turn the second separated blueprint of creation that we have co-created upside down as it's intended to be, so that the bottom of it may connect with the bottom of the original separated blueprint of creation and create the new unified diamond blueprint of creation. I'm not being called to do that, though. It is not necessary for us to visualize it that way at this time. And I feel like there's a reason. So I'm going to side with Grandpa Archangel Raphael and logic on this one. I'm no fun, I know. I'm being called to have all of you come up on the platform at this time to fill in the space between the X's inside of the three-dimensional pyramid. You may stand beside the council member Archangel fragment that you traveled with, or between two if it was two. I'm not sure how that works, but I'm going to assume that they will appear for you in a way that allows you to do so. If both masculine or both feminine, they will be beside each other on one of the axes. Or if it is a masculine and feminine, they will be directly across from each other so that you can stand between them. Okay, I will give you a moment to do so, to locate the council member that you traveled with and are being overlaid with, the council member that you resonate with. Know that your presence within this blueprint, within this three-dimensional pyramid that we co-created, serves as energetic fuel for what we are about to do, which will unfold in 2 steps. First, bringing the feminine codes embedded within Earth's ley lines into our second separated blueprint of creation. Codes that were intentionally blocked from being embedded in the original separated blueprint of creation at Earth's nodal points, and thus blocked from traveling along its grid lines as the masculine codes have been allowed to do. Second, joining our second separated blueprint of creation with the original separated blueprint of creation, where it is seated at 12 nodal points across Earth's grids in reflected form. 2 separated 3-dimensional pyramids joined at their bases to create a unified diamond, a new unified diamond blueprint of creation. 12, and not all, because the specific nodal points we will work with are being chosen for their unique characteristics and their ability to spread the changes and shifts made to them along the grid lines of Earth to the others. Think of it as we are activating and initiating a domino effect, where our role will end when we have reached the 12th nodal point, but the effect will continue on throughout them, all of them, one by one, growing in speed and strength as more and more nodal points are reseeded and recoded. Okay, we are going to call forward the galactic races that were formed along the feminine path of emotion, that once again are considered rebels above, because they have supported the unified diamond blueprint of creation that was denied first above and then below. And because they support Earth and the human race being allowed to reclaim it and fulfill our purpose, and not just that, us being allowed to access and receive the feminine codes through the grid lines. As we do so, past or present representations of each of those races are going to appear and take their place around the edge of the platform. I will not describe their appearance as they appear to me in their true form, as balls of light. You may see them in whatever way resonates for you. Please help us in doing so by repeating after me. We call forth the representatives of Andromeda. We call forth the representatives of Cassiopeia. We call forth the representatives of Hydra. We call forth the representatives of the Pleiades. We call forth the representatives of Hadar, Beta Centauri. We call forth the representatives of Hyades. We call forth the representatives of Arcturus. We call forth the representatives of Vega. We call forth the representatives of Procyon. We call forth the representatives of Sirius B. We call forth the representatives of Venus. We call forth the representatives of Alpha Centauri. They are all here. Thank you for joining us. In calling you forth, we are asking that you aid not only us, but Earth and the human race, as well as those above, within your own races and beyond them. Beginning with the Alpha Centaurians. I begin with them because their race aided in the creation of not only this cavern that we are within, but this platform that they are surrounding and that we are standing upon. A platform that is in reality a portal of sorts to a similar cavern on their home of Alpha Centauri. We ask the Alpha Centaurians to open that portal now and allow us access to the technology contained within it. The ability to see that technology here within Telos. As they do so, I want you to begin to see a sphere surrounding us, made up of golden grid lines, upon which you will first begin to see the continents and countries of the planet Earth in transparent form begin to appear. Inside out, though, or backwards, as we are at the center of the globe, looking outwards. And upon those continents and countries, you will begin to see little pyramids popping up, representing nodal points, where the original separated blueprint of creation and the masculine codes were seated and embedded. That blueprint and those codes radiating outward along the grid lines. Now, if you look beyond the edges of those little pyramids, those nodal points, you will see what appears to be cracks. Those are what we know of as ley lines, but in reality were attempts by those along the feminine path of emotion to not only complete the unified diamond blueprint of creation that was intended for Earth and the human race, but feminine codes of remembrance and of aid to us as we work with them. Efforts that were blocked by the four guardians, angelic lions, sphinxes, if you like, which once stood around each nodal point, keeping them from being altered. And hence, they became codes flowing along cracks, the ley lines, instead of along the grid lines as the masculine codes do. Guardians that, as of 2025, no longer fully surround each nodal point, allowing us to rectify the blocking of the unified diamond blueprint of creation and the feminine codes now. We ask that the 12 galactic races surrounding this platform, the races that embedded feminine codes within the ley lines of Earth, to bring those codes forward from the ley lines that they lay upon. My inner child is amused by that play on words. Bring them forward and embed them within the second separated blueprint of creation that we have co-created upon this platform. They are welcome there, where they were not welcome before within the original separated blueprint of creation that was seated on Earth and in the human design. Watch as those codes flow from the ley lines upon the globe surrounding us to the pyramid you stand within. They will appear as different colors, representative of the races that embedded them. With our second separated blueprint of creation, now seated with feminine codes, reflecting the masculine codes seated within the original separated blueprint of creation at Earth's nodal points, we now seek to join the reflected three-dimensional pyramid blueprints together to form the new unified diamond blueprint of creation at the 12 nodal points I've been called to activate and initiate it at. Interesting. I'm actually receiving that these 12 nodal points will be broken into 4 groups of 3, representing unique characteristics of the points that will create the momentum, the domino effect we seek. But also, as I'm seeing them laid out visually for me, when each point of the 3 points within a group is connected by a line, it forms a triangle. I'm curious. There must be significance to that. Am I allowed to know what that is? To share what that is? The triangles we will be forming, they will open up the ability for expanded nodal points to form. Expanded nodal points above where the first 4 civilizations to incarnate on Earth were located: Atlantis, Lemuria, and 2 others. I'm not getting a name for them. I think that's because what I'm sensing is that the other 2 were extensions of the first. No, that's not quite right either. The 4 civilizations represent the first 2 becoming separated as above had into feminine unity and masculine sovereignty. So 2 of the triangles are representative of Lemuria, feminine and masculine, and 2 of them Atlantis, masculine and feminine. And we are being called to work with nodal points that create these overlapping triangles to bring healing to this separation, to those wounds. A side quest to a primary mission of seeding the unified diamond blueprint of creation and the feminine codes at the nodal points we are working with. I like it. I love side quests. Okay. Deep breath, everyone. I am not entirely sure how this is going to flow. I get the feeling that it is going to be channeled through me from the 12 council members, the 12 fragments of the second set of archangels that make up our X. Channeled through the oversoul that the 13 of us, or rather the 78 of us, as archangel fragments, are members of the Allren oversoul, all the reawakened. This is new to me, or rather not new. I think that this oversoul connection has been growing in my field for several months now, but it is new to my awareness over the last week or so. And the name Alren, Alren, isn't new either. It was actually the name of a collective that the first fragment to incarnate from my galactic monad was a part of in Atlantis. They were half human, half galactic emissaries, guides to Evren, Evren, which were the first human incarnates, those on the eve of reawakening. Alren, all of the reawakened. Evren, those on the eve of reawakening. I'm now recognizing that all of the fragments that made up that collective were the first fragments from the second set of 13 archangels. It feels like a full circle moment, even if my own fragment and those fragments that are on the X right now are not the same fragments that were a part of that collective. That collective was the foundation for our connection, for our now completed oversoul consciousness with each other. Me being the final piece that allowed for that to open. That connection is what I will channel today. And I'm guessing that I may start channeling a lot more moving forward into the future. Another deep breath. We are going to begin our journey across the nodal points today at what will actually be a 13th nodal point, the one located right above us at Mount Shasta. This nodal point is separated from the others, the 12, in that its role is to serve as an anchor point for what we are co-creating today. The activation and initiation of the unified diamond blueprint of creation and the feminine codes within it. It has been chosen to do so, not merely because it is where we are co-creating from, but because it is a nodal point that is protected and supported by Telos, by the 12 members of the Earth Council of Light, by the collective 78 Archangel fragments, by the Ascended Masters who reside there. And all of them, along with all of the 12 races joining us around this platform, will participate in our activation and initiation of this first nodal point to strengthen and stabilize it as an anchor point. Once again, I ask you to place your palms up on your lap if you are sitting, or at your side if you are lying down. Through our hands, we are going to create an energetic copy of the second separated blueprint of creation that we have co-created on this platform. The three-dimensional pyramid that we are currently within. Once you can see that copy, a golden overlay of our pyramid, I want you to begin to move your palms closer together as we collectively make that copy smaller and smaller until it is the size of the nodal points surrounding the outside of our globe. Take 3 deep breaths as we do. Now, focus your attention on the globe surrounding us, on the small pyramid hovering on the outside of the globe over Mount Shasta in Northern California. The embedded, original, separated blueprint of creation that is located there. Its base facing us. And once again, using our palms, we are going to turn the pyramid held within them, the copy of our co-created second separated blueprint of creation, until it is upside down. And we are going to push it outward until the base of it connects with the base of the original in reflected form. Take 3 deep breaths as we do so, and feel they're coming together, supported by myself and Archangel Raphael, as well as the 12 Earth Council of Light members and the 12 Galactic Races joining us. Now we will activate and initiate their unification as one into the unified diamond blueprint of creation. We will state our intent to do so and have you repeat it. We activate and initiate the diamond blueprint of creation at the nodal point of Mount Shasta. Feel the unification of the original and the second reflected blueprints into one, into the diamond. Feel the flow of feminine codes joining the masculine codes, emanating from the nodal point at Mount Shasta along Earth's grid lines. Take 3 deep breaths as you do so. That wasn't so hard, was it? We will now embark on our journey to the 12 nodal points we will be activating and initiating with the diamond blueprint of creation today. At each one, we will complete the same process. A shorthand version, though, now that we've gone through it once. Gaining momentum as we do so. And I am receiving that as we move through each group of 3 nodal points, forming a triangle, we will receive additional support from 3 of the Earth Council members and 3 of the Galactic Races that are uniquely connected to those points. My inner child is pointing out to me that not everyone will know where the locations of the nodal points we are working with are. That's true. I probably couldn't point them all out with the precision on a map. Not to worry, The nodal points we are working with will light themselves up so that you might easily find them. Our first triad of nodal points represents the breath of creation, structure, order, and knowledge, as well as Atlantean masculine energy. Mount Kailash, Antarctica, and Giza. Return to palms up as we create our energetic copy. Once you see that copy, begin to move your palms together as we collectively make it smaller. Take a deep breath as we do so. Now focus your attention on the globe surrounding us, on the small pyramid hovering on the outside of the globe over Mount Kailash in Tibet, nestled between China and India. Turn our second pyramid within your palms until it is upside down. Then push it outward until the base of it connects with the base of the original pyramid in reflected form. Take a deep breath as we do so and feel their coming together, supported by Babaji and the representatives of Alpha Centauri. Repeat the intention. We activate and initiate the diamond blueprint of creation at the nodal point of Mount Kailash. Feel the unification of the original and the second reflected blueprints into one. Feel the flow of feminine codes joining the masculine codes emanating from the nodal point at Mount Kailash along Earth's grid lines. Take a deep breath as you do so. Return to palms up as we create our energetic copy. Once you see that copy, begin to move your palms together as we collectively make it smaller. Take a deep breath as we do so. Now focus your attention on the globe surrounding us, on the small pyramid hovering on the outside of the globe over Antarctica at the base, slightly underneath us, at a point between South Africa and Australia. Turn our second pyramid within your palms until it is upside down. Then push it outward until the base of it connects with the original pyramid in reflected form. Take a deep breath as we do so and feel their coming together, supported by Melchizedek and the representatives of Sirius B. Repeat the intention. We activate and initiate the diamond blueprint of creation at the nodal point of Antarctica. Feel the unification of the original and second reflected blueprints into one. Feel the flow of feminine codes joining the masculine codes emanating from the nodal point at Antarctica along Earth's grid lines. Take a deep breath as you do so. Sorry. I'm gonna have us do 3 this time. So that one was a little emotional. I can feel it is for some others as well. Return to palms up as we create our energetic copy. Once you see that copy, begin to move your palms together as we collectively make it smaller. Take a deep breath as you do so. Now focus your attention on the globe surrounding us, on the small pyramid hovering on the outside of the globe over Giza in Egypt, on the northeastern corner of Africa. And turn our second pyramid within your palms until it is upside down. Then push it outward until the base of it connects with the base of the original pyramid in reflected form. Take a deep breath as we do so and feel their coming together, supported by Sanat Kumara and the representatives of Vega. Repeat the intention. We activate and initiate the diamond blueprint of creation at the nodal point of Giza. Feel the unification of the original and second reflected blueprints into one. Feel the flow of feminine codes joining the masculine codes, emanating from the nodal point at Giza along Earth's grid lines. Take a deep breath as you do so. Our second triad of nodal points represents waters of remembrance, womb wisdom, and emotional sovereignty, as well as Atlantean feminine energy, Uluru, Lake Titicaca, and Delphi. Return to palms up as we create our energetic copy. Once you see that copy, begin to move your palms together as we collectively make it smaller. Take a deep breath as you do so. Now, focus your attention on the small pyramid hovering on the outside of the globe over Uluru, formerly Red Rock, at the center of Australia. Specifically, the water holes and cave systems that fill with sacred womb water during the rainy season. Turn our second pyramid within your palms until it is upside down. Then push it outwards until the base of it connects with the base of the original pyramid in reflected form. Take a deep breath as we do so and feel their coming together, supported by white buffalo calf woman and the representatives of Hadar, Beta Centauri. Repeat the intention. We activate and initiate the diamond blueprint of creation at the nodal point of Uluru. Feel the unification of the original and the second reflected blueprints into one. Feel the flow of feminine codes joining the masculine codes emanating from the nodal point at Uluru along Earth's grid lines. Take a deep breath as you do so. Return to palms up as we create our energetic copy. Once you see that copy, begin to move your palms together as we collectively make it smaller. Take a deep breath as we do so. Now focus your attention on the small pyramid hovering on the outside of the globe over Lake Titicaca in Peru on the northwestern coast of South America. More specifically, the underwater ruins containing sacred womb water. Turn our second pyramid within your palms until it is upside down. Then push it outward until the base of it connects with the base of the original pyramid in reflected form. Take a deep breath as we do so and feel their coming together, supported by Kuan Yin and the representatives of Procyon. Repeat the intention. We activate and initiate the diamond blueprint of creation at the nodal point of Lake Titicaca. Feel the unification of the original and the second reflected blueprints into one. Feel the flow of feminine codes joining the masculine codes emanating from the nodal point at Lake Titicaca along Earth's grid lines. Take a deep breath as you do so. Return to palms up as we create our energetic copy. Once you see that copy, begin to move your palms together as we collectively make it smaller. Take a deep breath as we do so. Now, focus your attention on the small pyramid hovering on the outside of the globe over Delphi in southern Greece. More specifically, the spring and caves beneath it, which contain sacred womb water. Turn our second blueprint within your palms until it is upside down. Then push it outward until the base of it connects with the original pyramid in reflected form. Take a deep breath as we do so and feel their coming together, supported by Pallas Athena and the representatives of Hydra, the serpents. Repeat the intention. We activate and initiate the diamond blueprint of creation at the nodal point of Delphi. Feel the unification of the original and second reflected blueprints into one. Feel the flow of feminine codes joining the masculine codes, emanating from the nodal point at Delphi along Earth's grid lines. We are going to take 3 deep breaths as we do so, as this one is very strong, very powerful. Our third triad of nodal points represents tree transmitters, elemental fluidity, earth memory, and rainbow threads of transmission, as well as Lemurian feminine energy. Hana, Madagascar, and Tenerife. Return to palms up as we create our energetic copy. Once you see that copy, begin to move your palms together as we collectively make it smaller. Take a deep breath as we do so. Now, focus your attention on the small pyramid hovering on the outside of the globe, over the road to Hana, on the island of Maui in Hawaii. More specifically, to the banyan trees that possess the ability to receive, alter, and transmit codes with a little help from those trained to do so. Turn our second pyramid within your palms until it is upside down. Then push it outward until the base of it connects with the base of the original pyramid in reflected form. Take a deep breath as we do so and feel their coming together, supported by green taro and the representatives of the Pleiades. Repeat the intention. We activate and initiate the diamond blueprint of creation at the nodal point of Hana. Feel the unification of the original and second reflected blueprints into one. Feel the flow of feminine codes joining the masculine codes emanating from the nodal point at Hana along Earth's grid lines, being transmitted along them. Take a deep breath as you do so. Return to palms up as we create our energetic copy. Once you see that copy, begin to move your palms together as we collectively make it smaller. Take a deep breath as we do so. Now focus your attention on the small pyramid hovering on the outside of the globe over Madagascar, an island off the southeast coast of Africa. More specifically, to the baobab trees that possess the ability to receive, alter, and transmit codes. Turn our second pyramid within your palms until it is upside down. Then push it outward until the base of it connects with the base of the original pyramid in reflected form. Take a deep breath as we do so and feel their coming together, supported by Lakshmi and the representatives of Andromeda. Repeat the intention. We activate and initiate the diamond blueprint of creation at the nodal point of Madagascar. Feel the unification of the original and second reflected blueprints into one. Feel the flow of feminine codes joining the masculine codes emanating from the nodal point at Madagascar along Earth's grid lines. Take a deep breath as you do so. Being called to have everyone shake out their hands a little bit. It's a lot. It's building up. And take another deep breath. Then return to palms up as we create our next energetic copy. Once you see that copy, begin to move your palms together as we collectively make it smaller. Take a deep breath as we do so. Now focus your attention on the small pyramid hovering on the outside of the globe over Tenerife, within the Canary Islands, located off the northwestern coast of Africa. More specifically, to the dragon trees that possess the ability to receive, alter, and transmit codes. Turn our second blueprint within your palms until it is upside down. Then push it outward until the base of it connects with the base of the original pyramid in reflected form. Take a deep breath as we do so and feel their coming together, supported by Lady Nada and the representatives of Cassiopeia. Repeat the intention. We activate and initiate the diamond blueprint of creation at the nodal point of Tenerife. Feel the unification of the original and second reflected blueprints into one. Feel the flow of feminine codes joining the masculine codes emanating from the nodal point at Tenerife along Earth's grid lines. Take a deep breath as you do so. Our fourth and final triad of nodal points represents time, the natural flow of it, stillness, and sovereignty of each moment, as well as Lemurian masculine energy, Tikal, Easter Island, and Stonehenge. Return to palms up as we create our energetic copy. Once you see that copy, begin to move your palms together as we collectively make it smaller. Take a deep breath as we do so. Now focus your attention on the small pyramid hovering on the outside of the globe over Tikal, located in Guatemala at the top of Central America. More specifically, the ancient Mayan ruins located there. The timekeeper codes located there. Turn our second pyramid within your palms until it is upside down. Then push it outward until its base connects with the base of the original pyramid in reflected form. Take a deep breath as we do so and feel their coming together, supported by Saint Germain and the representatives of Arcturus. Repeat the intention. We activate and initiate the diamond blueprint of creation at the nodal point of Tikal. Feel the unification of the original and second reflected blueprints into one. Feel the flow of feminine codes joining the masculine codes, emanating from the nodal point at Tikal along Earth's grid lines. Take 3 deep breaths as you do so, as this is another powerful one. Return to palms up as we create our energetic copy. Once you see that copy, begin to move your palms together as we collectively make it smaller. Take a deep breath as you do so. Now focus your attention on the small pyramid hovering on the outside of the globe over Easter Island, located within the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Chile in South America. More specifically, to the ancient Maui statues scattered across it. To turn our second pyramid within your palms until it is upside down. Then push it outwards until the base of it connects with the base of the original pyramid in reflected form. Take a deep breath as we do so and feel their coming together, supported by Kuthumi and the representatives of Hyades. Repeat the intention. We activate and initiate the diamond blueprint of creation at the nodal point of Easter Island. Feel the unification of the original and second reflected blueprints into one. Feel the flow of feminine codes, joining the masculine codes emanating from the nodal point at Easter Island along Earth's grid lines. Take a deep breath as you do so. Return to palms up as we create our final energetic copy. Once you see that copy, begin to move your palms together as we collectively make it smaller. Take a deep breath as we do so. Now focus your attention on the small pyramid hovering on the outside of the globe over Stonehenge, located in southern England. That is, in and of itself, an ancient ruin. Turn our second pyramid within your palms until it is upside down. Then push it outward until the bottom of it connects with the bottom of the original pyramid in reflected form. Take a deep breath as we do so and feel their coming together, supported by Hilarion and the representatives of Venus, whose love and ability in harmonic balance will bring the 12 or 13 nodal points we worked with today into coherence and alignment with each other so that they may spread. Repeat the intention. We activate and initiate the diamond blueprint of creation at the nodal point of Stonehenge. Feel the unification of the original and second reflected blueprints into one. Feel the flow of feminine codes joining the masculine codes emanating from the nodal point at Stonehenge along Earth's grid lines. And take 3 deep breaths as you do so. Feel it all coming together. We are complete. Woo! We have activated and initiated the unified diamond blueprint of creation at 12, or rather 13, nodal points across our planet. We have activated and initiated a domino effect that will carry forward throughout all the nodal points across our planet and into our human design, to all that are open and ready to receive it. We have opened up the flow of feminine codes across Earth's grid lines, where they were previously blocked from doing so. We have set into motion the healing of deep wounds and separation between the Atlantean masculine and feminine, and between the Lemurian masculine and feminine. We have accomplished a lot, my fellow beings of light, even though it may not feel like it in the short term. This isn't about overnight change. This is about a shift activated and initiated at the end of one 9-year cycle that will ripple outwards, forwards, and expand as we enter the next 9-year cycle. How much or how little you receive from this shift, and when and how you expand into it, those things are entirely up to you. They are already done. They are just waiting for you to catch up, to remember, and to come into alignment. Be proud of what you did today. Take a deep breath. Shake it out a bit. And our inner children are calling for us to give them a hug and in turn hug ourselves. So go ahead and do that. Give yourself and them lots of love and gratitude for all that you have achieved today and all that you will achieve individually and collectively moving forward. Now, go ahead and take 3 slow and deep breaths. And I'm receiving to have you take in the globe surrounding us, the grid lines and ley lines, and the nodal points containing our diamond blueprint and those yet to receive it from a different perspective, from the perspective of what we achieved today, while I remain quiet for a minute. And I'm actually being called to encourage you to use light language, verbally or with your hands as you do so, if you are being called to add energetic fuel to the momentum, the domino effect that we have set into motion. Close your inner eye and take 3 more slow and deep breaths. Allowing the globe, the cavern, and the platform to fade away. Allowing your outer eyes to open. Close your inner eye and take 3 more slow and deep breaths. Allowing the globe, the cavern, and the platform to fade away. Allowing yourself to come back to your physical body in your present surroundings. Allowing your outer eyes to open when you feel ready to do so. Thank you for joining me, Archangel Raphael, our Earth Council of Light friends, and the Galactic Races who joined us. This was a long one. Far longer than I anticipated, but it was good. And I'm actually going to make a mental note to myself here to throw up a map of the nodal points we worked with and those triangles, the 4 triangles we created that represent the masculine and feminine of Atlantis and of Lemuria. And before we close, I am once again being called to encourage you to engage with a series of our episodes and activations across these summer months, July, August, and September, because collectively they are building something that will culminate in the 999 portal, and likely the equinox that will follow. I have created a playlist containing those episodes and activations, which I'm linking down in the description. I hope that you will choose to listen to them, and that many, if not all of you, will join me for episode 27, which will delve into reclaiming sovereignty and maybe a bit about removing the distortions surrounding ascension, which should be released this weekend, and the 999 portal activation, which will be released next Tuesday. Until then, Arishkatikati.